Good day to everyone. Let us begin with the introduction of the literature review. Literature review is more than just a summary of books and articles. It's a critical analysis of existing knowledge related to your research topic. It examines what has been studied, what gaps remain, and how your work fits into the broader academic conversation. The primary purpose of a literature review is threefold. First, it provides context. It shows what has already been discovered and prevents duplication. Second, it highlights gaps or contradictions in the existing body of knowledge, which creates space for your own research. Third, it establishes credibility, showing that your study is built on a solid foundation of existing scholarship. A strong literature review does not simply list what other researchers have said. It synthesizes ideas. This means identifying patterns, similarities, and differences across studies and then presenting them in a structured way. For example, instead of saying author A found this and author B found that, a good review combines findings into themes. Like most researchers agree that digital learning improves flexibility, but there is disagreement about its effect on student engagement. Another key function of a literature review is to position your study theoretically and methodologically. It helps justify why your research is important and guides how you frame your objectives and questions. In short, the literature review is the backbone of your research. It ensures that your work is not conducted in isolation, rather contributes meaningfully to the existing body of knowledge. Next, let's discuss the underpinning theory or foundation of theory in a literature review. Every research project is guided either explicitly or implicitly by theoretical frameworks. A theory provides a lens or perspective through which we examine a problem. It explains relationships, predicts outcomes, and gives meaning to findings. For example, if you are studying leadership, you may draw upon transformational leadership theory. If you are studying communication, you may use social learning theory. In psychology, theories such as Maslow's hierarchy of need or Bandura's self-efficacy theory often guide research. The role of underpinning theory is to connect your study to established knowledge. By anchoring your research in theory, you are not just describing a phenomenon, you are analyzing it within a structured intellectual framework. This helps ensure your work is credible, contributes to the advancement of knowledge. A literature review should clearly explain which theories are relevant and why they have been chosen. For example, you may say this study adopts the technology acceptance model as its foundation because it explains how users adopt new digital platforms, which is directly relevant to the research question. It is also important to acknowledge limitation of theories. No single framework explains everything, so sometimes researchers integrate multiple theories. These demonstrate critical thinking and strengthen the academic foundation of your work. In summary, the underpinning theory is like scaffolding of your research. It gives structure, direction, and meaning, allowing your study to stand on the shoulders of established knowledge. Finally, let's turn to empirical studies, a key component of the literature review. While theory provides the foundation, empirical studies provide evidences. These are actual research studies, quantitative, qualitative, or mixed method that have been conducted in your area of interest. Reviewing them helps you understand what has been tested, what results were found, and where the gaps still exist. For example, if your topic is digital learning, empirical studies might include surveys on student satisfaction, experiments measuring learning outcomes, or interview exploring challenges faced by teachers. By analyzing these studies, you can identify trends, contradictions, and unanswered questions. When reviewing empirical studies, you should go beyond more description. Instead, focus on evaluation and synthesis. Ask yourself, What method did these researchers use? Were their sample large enough? Were the results consistent or conflicting? What limitations did they acknowledge? Empirical studies also help you refine your research design. For instance, if prior studies relied heavily on surveys but lacked in-depth interviews, you may decide to fill that gap by choosing a qualitative approach. Importantly, reviewing empirical work demonstrates that your study is grounded in evidence, not speculation. It shows you have engaged with real-world findings and are building upon them rather than reinventing the wheel. In conclusion, empirical studies are the evidence base of your literature review. They give credibility, highlight gaps, and guide the design of your own research. By critically engaging with them, you ensure your work is relevant, rigorous, and impactful.